And it's that hand that is unseen that is the hand of providence. And here's the struggle that most people have in their Christian life in this regard. It's all cool when we can see the miraculous hand of God. But we sometimes get discouraged when we don't see the hand of God, all the while forgetting that there's this other hand of God. And it's this unseen hand. It's this providential way that God works that is behind the scenes. Most Christians live for the seen hand. You know, that's where we feel like, okay, now I know God, now I can trust God, now life is good because I see His miraculous hand that's working in my life. But listen, His unseen hand is just as important. But because we, by definition, can't see it, we have to look at a story like this and be reminded that just because things don't always work out on the surface does not mean that God is not at work, because He is. He is a providential God who is doing things behind the scenes. Yeah, but I can't see it. I know, but you have to trust Him. Yeah, but He's not doing things I want Him to do. I know, but you have to trust Him. Because in the long run, when the last chapter is written, you're going to be able to look back and realize that all this time He's been doing great and marvelous and miraculous things. But if you're only waiting for the seen hand of God, your life is going to end up as a Christian being very shallow and being very unfulfilled. And we as Christians have to remember that there's this whole other side of God that is working providentially behind the scenes, unseen, doing amazing things that we don't necessarily know at the time. But take note when you're looking at Joseph's life, because he doesn't get discouraged here. There's not a shred. Now, maybe it happened, but it's not recorded in Scripture. There's not a shred of discouragement. There's not a shred in his life of questioning God. He doesn't get bitter, even though a lot of bad things happen to him. Terrible injustices are done against him. His life is a life of one bad event after another, but he doesn't lose heart. He's a guy who just clings to God and trusts God, and he's a wonderful example in all of the Bible of somebody who relied on the providence of God even though it was not seen.